Welcome to Susan Akiwewa Travel Expeditions by Susan. Yes, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Yes, today is an exciting day and I'm going to talk about why I chose Canada. Yes, as you know already, yes, I immigrated from Africa, Europe, and then from Europe to Canada. But why did I make that decision? First and foremost, the important factor was the stability. The pathways which are in Canada, which are not in Europe. First thing, Canada has so many pathways. You can come as a student, and from a student, you get a postgraduate permit, from postgraduate permit, and then you get a permanent residence, and then to the PR, from PR to citizenship. And the skilled work program works like directly from wherever you are. As a skilled worker, you come straight as a landed immigrant with your straight PR. And that was the case with me. So instead of staying in Europe and you're renewing every year as a student, when I had this opportunity to come as a skilled worker, it was a real beneficial factor because straight you get your PR, and from PR straight to a Canadian citizen. That was the main factor where I said, Europe, I've had enough, bye-bye. Now it is time for Canada. This gives me a value and hope and the future for my generation. Yes, that is the important thing. I moved from Europe to Canada. This is the first point. And then the second thing also is the language. If you are English speaking person, it may not be so easy to integrate in Europe. If you are not willing, and if also learning a new language is a challenge. Most of European countries, they do speak their own different languages like the Dutch, Germany, Swiss. Every country in Europe you go to, like France, also the French, each country you go to is a different language. So it is not like you're going to move from one European country to another without learning a language. It's so challenging, especially finding work, the social life, or the social events. English is spoken, yes, especially within the universities, the common places, but it's not like an official language that all the natives should know. No, it is you as an immigrant who is supposed to learn the language and understand it. So sometimes it is a challenge if you are not really a good learner, a quick learner of the language. So I saw it is really a challenge to me and my family, yes, to learn the language and to understand this, to integrate well within the workforce. So when Canada came in as a choice, yes, English, because we are colonized by the British as Ugandans, and then moving to Canada was just a walkover to the English part. And then also the other part of Canada. Canada is immigrant friendly. There's so much multicultures within Canada, and you can easily blend in and fit in. Compared to Europe, it's not easy. Sometimes it's a challenge because as small countries they are, yes, they have the uniqueness of cultures, yes. So sometimes it's a challenge for immigrants to blend easily within the different cultures. So those three important things really made me say, okay, Canada is a country for me and my family, yes. But don't forget, different people have unique reasons why they move and why they stay in certain countries. Most of people I know who stayed there in Europe, also they have a good life. They have a good life and they have adapted and they've got the papers and they're living there. And also the other advantages of what I can say within Europe. Europe, first and foremost, if you have a chance to get your papers right and you have a stable job, yes, the cost of living is a little bit way easier or cheaper compared to Canada. Best examples that I normally give to people, like for example, in the car insurance. Here in Canada, the car insurance is really so high. If you look at the phone bills, it's really high. Europe, we used to pay almost like €5 for a phone bill, each individual phone bill. But currently in Canada, it's very hard to get. Almost is 100 and like 150 maybe the telephone cable and the TV cable and the mobile phone. Sometimes it is the least you can get is $50. So that cost of living sometimes in Canada makes it a little bit harder. Yes, and also the advantages of sometimes, like when you compare like Europe, the transportation system so interconnected. Here in Canada, you really need to have a car. The cities are spread. Canada is geographically so big in that like you need transportation from one location to another. So that also sometimes it can be a con. Yes. And also sometimes what I see is if you are looking at like someone who travels so much, for example, if you are traveling in Africa, yes, and you go often, yes, Europe is so close. Canada, we are far, yes. Most of the times it's 21 hours flight if you're transiting to go to Uganda, yes. And also the other thing is that the harsh winters, yes, Canada has harsh winters, yes, but we survive through compared to most of the times like the winters in Belgium, we are almost like -5. Yes, that is the strongest winter you can say, or like -6. Yes, but here we go even -40, -27. Yes, sometimes it's so a challenge if you look at that side. But whatever continent you choose, whatever country we choose, every individual, you have the choice to choose. But there's some countries which makes it a little bit easier for immigrants, especially to integrate into the system, to get stability. Some things you can't really like say this one is better or the other one is better, but depending on an individual and what are your objectives, especially if you have a family. Yes, so to my side, that's why I chose Canada, the stability, and said this is a country I'm calling home. This is the country where my children are calling home, and then this is the country where I'm going to live and freely speak the English, which I was really born speaking or studying the whole of my life. It has been English. Yes, French, I like it, but it's a little bit challenging. Yes. So those are the factors. But however you have immigrated to and you're having a beautiful life and you're having your opportunities, please stay there. Yes, we are different individuals with different aspects of life. The most important thing, having the peace of mind and the stability, and enjoy where you are. Yes, thank you so much for listening, and share and subscribe. Just in case you have a question or a comment, please feel free to put in the comment section. Thank you so much.